Right, so it's evening and just on the allotment. I'm just about to start the watering. I thought I'd do a quick tour around, show you what's changed since last video, which was ages ago. So loads has changed. The main thing that's changed really in the polytunnel this year from last year is there's a lot more flowers in here this year. I'm really sort of doubling down on prettying up the allotment this year, and yeah, I'm really loving the change actually. A few things that are going really badly wrong. The cucumbers are basically a write-off. In fact, I'm going to take them out tomorrow. They're absolutely decimated by red spider mite, and I just don't think they're going to recover. So I mean, it's possible that I could just take all the leaves off them and see whether they recover after that. I might do that, just give them one more chance, but I think that there'll just be a cross infection if I do that. But I'll give it a go and see. And the early cucumbers that we had in the greenhouse back at home, they've finished now as well. They also got red spider mite, so probably it started in the greenhouse and it ended up here, since the plants were in the greenhouse before they were in here. So that's the red spider mite disaster. The actual tomatoes are reasonable. I mean, the truss sizes aren't amazing, but they're good enough. We don't actually need that many tomatoes now, so there's more than enough in here to see us through until October time with fresh tomatoes. We don't make as many preserves as we used to and all that sort of thing. So that, I think, is pretty much it in the greenhouse. We're just kind of losing the light now in here. I have got my 4 hanging baskets in here of the early tomatoes from the greenhouse. We started harvesting those in May. They're pretty much coming to the end now, these plants, so they're very old. But it's nice to have some tomatoes ready in here for snacking. I've got loads of tomatoes ripe in the greenhouse back at home. In fact, they're on their top trusses now. All the top trusses are ripening. Some of them have completely finished, like the sun golds. The sun golds are the earliest, they're also the earliest to finish. And wow, it's getting windy outside. Right, let's go outside. So this is my favourite view on the allotments at the moment. I've got the Brussels here, I've got the crown prince squash down there, I've got crazy amount of salad onions here. A few of them I think are shallots down there, but most of them are salad onions. I did have lettuce in here. We've harvested all those lettuce and they're back again with lettuces again. And just got some brassicas in there, cauliflowers and calabrese, that are being eaten by something, but I can't see what it is that they're being eaten by. I can't find any caterpillars or anything like that, but no doubt there's something in there. I'll have to take that net off tomorrow and have a good look. So yeah, favourite view. I'll just walk you around now. I've just taken some salad onions out, and there were a few onion fly maggots, which is really disappointing. But anyway, I'll show you the main crop onions in a minute, and I might pull a few of those up live and see if we've got onion fly in those. Potatoes, these are old now, they need to come out. They might come out tomorrow. They're the shallots. Some of them are looking reasonable, some of them are tiny, but it's not a great bed. It's very shaded from this big tree here, but always get a reasonable amount. Got some more flowers here, it's looking pretty. Blueberries, blueberries. Some more flowers here. Gooseberries are finished. My autumn fruiting raspberries are growing through the blueberries, which is by design, and no, through the gooseberries by design. So you can just see the first few autumn fruiters there, and the gooseberries don't mind and the autumn fruiting raspberries don't mind. So this is the main crop onion bed. It is watered with nematodes, but I know from past experience that is not a complete solution. So I don't know, whether I dare pull one of these up, but I think I'm going to. Right, that looks okay. I'll clean that up, but I don't think there's any onion fly in that one. Obviously that's not like a complete reliable test, but it's slightly reassuring. Also take a deep breath. Normally when there's onion fly, especially once it gets established and the maggots really start eating the onions, if you take a deep breath you can just smell the rot. I can't smell any rot in this bed at the moment. So there's my winter and spring carrot bed. It's looking pretty good. And there's my red cabbage bed. Right, let's take a look around the rest of the plot. So this cherry tree is pretty much finished now. I've had some amazing cherries off here though. This is a Brabant apple. Still plenty of growing to be done on that one. Courgettes, probably the only plant that doesn't mind this heat wave, even with the covers on, provided it gets enough water. And the early red cabbages, so these are ready for harvest now. So I'm pleased about that because I'm almost finished with my spring cabbages. Got a few strawberries in here, a few potatoes in here. Oh, I did mention that I've also got my Crown Prince squash growing along this fence here, and these are going a bit rampant, so they need a bit of tying in. And I've got some apples growing on here as well. Some more apples here, some more apples here. This one's looking really lovely. These are all grafts that I did. And the pear. So these are the autumn, winter and spring beetroot, looking pretty good. These are the early beetroot. These have kind of grown big enough now that I can probably just cut the tops off. I don't want them to grow any more. And just tidies them up a bit and I can see what I've got. I might do that tomorrow. Summer fruiting raspberries are pretty much finished. Strawberries haven't finished. They're just waiting for their second flowering. So these are Mara de Bois. And they tend to give you like an amazing crop at the beginning of summer and then a smaller crop sort of mid and late summer. There's some leeks in there being overtaken by more Crown Prince squash. And then I've got the pepper beds. I've got some lettuces at the front of all of the pepper beds. And you might remember I had a bit of a disaster really with the peppers. They started off being a bit neglected because I've been very busy this year. And then I put them out, covered them with fleece, and then kind of neglected them again, and they all got scorched under the fleece, and they've all recovered now, but they're all behind. You know, they're all 2-3 weeks behind where they are normally, and of course they're all really suffering in this heat wave as well because peppers don't really like it this hot. They're all a bit droopy. They need watering tonight or tomorrow. But yeah, I'm looking okay. Just by comparison with what they normally look like. You know, they're normally a third bigger than this and loads and loads of colourful fruits hanging off them at this time of year. But unfortunately, not much at the moment. This is my summer carrot bed. Just started harvesting it. Just finished my carrots in containers. I'm just going to pick some of these actually because I'm doing a bit of a harvest tonight. So you'll see what those look like. It's always like fingers crossed. They have had a net on them, but it's always still fingers crossed that they haven't got carrot fly. And then more Crown Prince and sweet dumpling squash. There's quite a few of them now. Got reasonable sized fruits. That's one of the smaller ones. Autumn fruiting raspberries. coming on, just starting to see some raspberry flowers. All the strawberries in the hanging baskets, they've all finished now. Oh, and yes, bunting is up because we have 2 open days. I'll put the details up on the screen. One is for the National Garden Open Scheme or something like that, and one is our sort of traditional open day. I'll put the details down in the description as well. So if you want to come for a chat or just have a look round, then you'd be very welcome. And got plenty of space to sit down, have a picnic, and work out in my gym. And you can see how much I've been using the allotment at the moment because I've got the spider's webs in front of my chair. But I am coming tomorrow if I can cope with the heat. So I've got some beans here and some more strawberries over there that I've also finished. Got some shallots down there and some more beans here. These beans are following broad beans, and these salad onions down here are following peas. So pretty much all of my beds are on their 3rd planting, I think, this year so far. Oh, there's the asparagus. So they're never very far ahead, and they always look a bit scrappy given how hard they have to work. But yeah, I mean, I'm quite pleased with it at the moment given the weather. Oh, there's some more beetroot there. So this is really the main summer bed. There's a lot to get through actually. We need to start giving a bit more beetroot away, I think. Oh, and then another sort of neglected. You'll laugh at this one, unfortunately. This is meant to be my melon house. Well, it is my melon house. It's absolutely full of completely unmanaged melon foliage. I don't think there's any actual melons in here, but there might be sort of hidden away in there. So at the moment, all I'm doing is watering it basically, and hoping for the best. I'll try and do a better job of it next year. Oh, so I said I've been busy. Well, I was busy earlier on in the year. Oh, yeah, forget that. Look at this. This is Zephyr. This is my favoured courgette or summer squash. I picked it 2 days ago, and already there's 4 more to pick there. I mean, this plant is just going absolutely crazy in the heat. Anyway, back to being busy. I was busy early on in the year building a gym in the garden, and I've been busy this year, later on in the year, just finished building the shed here. And I got a friend of mine to come and help me put the roof on. But yeah, this is the shed. We built it from scratch. First building that I completely designed, did the cut list, got it all cut, built the whole thing from scratch for the first time. So normally I have some help. I like to build all the buildings from scratch. It's just more fun that way. I can get them just the way I want. I will give you a quick sneak peek inside, but I'll probably do a more detailed video on all the sort of design features and everything. So there you go. I've got a fly screen because I like to keep the pests down, but mainly it's nets at the back here, produce here. I've got myself a little day bed sofa for napping and whatever. Got myself a little workshop area and tools and whatnot down there. Carpet on the floor, of course, because I do like my carpets. So I think that's it. So if you want to know more about the way that I garden, and I do try and garden normally a little bit better than this, then take a look down below and you'll find a link to my newsletter. You can also find it at steverichards.substack.com, and it has all the weekly details and monthly details and seasonal details. So there's a gardening week newsletter, There's a gardening month newsletter and there's a gardening season newsletter. And yeah, take a look at those if you're interested. My name's Steve, this is the Outgrow channel, and I'll see you soon.